Shalom. This is the brothers of Gms New Orleans coming at you with a second live camp. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May your brothers endure to the end. Shalom. And hey, we're living in some highly prophetic times right now. We just had that total solar eclipse earlier this week, and things immediately ramped up afterwards. The hot topic right now is Iran's planned, retaliatory strike on Israel for that embassy bombing they did a week ago. Hey, we know that once that war truly kicks off, hey, that's pretty much game over. That's the battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, the War of Armageddon in Joel chapter 3. Hey, these things have been prophesied from the beginning. Hey, we're finally catching up to prophecy. Hey, we're at the end of this thing.
Iran hold the cards to all of the big players coming up. That's backing them, man. The Russians, the China. Iran is that card. The day that America decided to kill the Iranian generals, or the UN,
small heads.
Yeah, the small heads decided to, kill what Soleimani. It been a
America killed them, and then those gutter rats. Yeah, they killed like a couple of generals, and they attacked the embassy, which that's a declaration of war. Even America says if you attack an embassy because it's a neutral target, that's a straight declaration of war.
Right. It's Matthew 24, verse 6. Yeah, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Keep on. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
And we are clearly hearing of wars and rumors of wars. You got the war in Ukraine, and the rumors of war between Iran and Israel. And these things are quickly heating up. Biblical prophecy is quickly coming to its fulfillment. But what did it also say at the end? For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And when you go further down to verse 8, it says all these are the beginning of sorrows. And you're going to see, little bush wars and proxy things happen, right now. And even Iran, they're talking about how Iran's saying this is going to be a measured response so they don't kick off a bigger war. But a bigger war is eventually coming, but we know that we are there at the full battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat when the mark of the beast, that C-hip implant, is mandatorily implemented. And once that takes place, hey, all bets are off the table.
For nation shall rise against nation.
We can jump to Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. Because World War III will happen, and it is a part of biblical prophecy, contrary to the popular belief or the beliefs of these Americans out here. Right now, you've got something called French Quarter Fest taking place, and you got people from out of town here enjoying the festivities. Yeah, you've been an asshole all day. Enjoying the festivities out here, not knowing that we're on the brink of world war, economic collapse, just complete pandemonium out here. As it said in Matthew 24 also, and they shall be married and given in marriage and eating and drinking, when the day until like as in the days of Noah. Ooh, they hit somebody? Hey. The whole cable came off the line.
Yo, my brother start coming over. That shit got DC currents in it, man. That shit will kill everything on the corner, man.
Amanya, tell him to scoot down. Tell him to scoot down. Hey, just like that.
Yeah, good, it's good.
Oh, came off again. Hey, just like that, we got a streetcar behind the camera with a little pole that attaches it to the electrical current line, and it came off. And all these people were just walking around going to enjoy French Quarter Fest. And just like that, a thief in the night, that happened, and everybody turned their attention to it.
Look. I got a precept.
Okay. Before we get that, can you give me that First Thessalonians 5:1?
This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set their face against Gog in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
And we know Gog and Magog is speaking of Russia, who's going to be, one of the major players in World War III. And we can clearly see that they're gearing up, to handle business with the United States of America and the West. They've got that war in Ukraine taking place, and it's like every other day in the news they're talking about using nuclear weapons, on the West. And it's going to get to that point to where those keys are going to be turned and those missiles are going to be launched.
This is Meshach and Tubal, right? In the prophecy against them, saying, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Keep going on.
And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws."
And that's the Most High putting that old, confrontational Soviet Union spirit back onto these Russian Edomites, which we can clearly see with them ramping up their military forces as well as their economic forces. They're getting more and more involved in international politics like they were during the Cold War. But this ain't going to be a Cold War like the 20th century. This is going to be the ultimate hot war with nuclear missiles.
I looked into something. They're saying that they're killing those Ukrainians over there 5-1, man. Right? And they're saying by the end it should have been about the end of this week, going into next week, that they looking at it's going to be 10-1. So they're killing 400,000 of them a day. Meanwhile, they're telling the United States and a lot of other countries that, Ukraine is winning.
They're flipping the numbers.
They're crushing the Russians. So they want you to believe that shit, man. And that's going to do, what's that going to do too? That's going to motivate a lot of you assholes over here to go fight that war, man. I know a couple of guys saying they was getting ready to go get in the army to go fight against Russia, man. You're not coming back. All right, that's a one-way trip. All right,
Way to back you up.
Two things for Russia too. I know you're aware of this. They was lining up in the Red Sea, putting their warships in the Red Sea, and also they just fired off one of their first nuclear weapons from the Cold War. They said,
getting it prepared.
Getting it prepared.
Getting it prepared.
Yeah. But they're going to that old Soviet mindset, man.
And more likely, it's a Taurus bomb.
Yeah.
Even though that motherfucker, that shit still knocked the socks off.
It still worked.
Yeah. Can't destroy it.
Yeah.
That's just detonated, man.
That's right.
And then, they recently just put the Satan II into operational military service. And that's their most deadliest, nuclear weapon that they have. They say that one of them can destroy an area the size of Texas or France.
Yeah. Let me keep going, though. It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all them that clothe with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all them handling swords."
All their military assets, which during this war in Ukraine, what have you been seeing? Them calling up, putting in the conscription back in to get more men to fill up their ranks. And some of those men are going to get used in Ukraine, but they're ultimately getting built up so that they can be gathered down into the Valley of Jehoshaphat for the War of Armageddon.
It says Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all them with shields and helmets.
And we know Persia is what? That's the ancient name for Iran. Hey, Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, which, Russia is Iran's top ally. And then you got Ethiopia talking about dropping the dollar and joining BRICS. And Libya has ties with Russia, so it's going into Russia's allies, that are going to be a part of them during this great battle to come.
Right. And it says, Gomer,
Which is Turkey.
Gomer and all their bands, the house of Togomar, the north quarters, and all of his bands, and many people with thee.
And when you go into Togarmah in the Strongs, it says Armenia, which you always got that Armenian-Azerbaijan conflict going on, and Russia is always siding with Armenia. So everything is perfectly lining up with biblical prophecy.
Yeah, it says, be prepared, be thou prepared, and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Point blank period. be thou a guard unto them. Which, as a brother Kaya was saying earlier, Iran has those heavy hitters behind them, and once the U.S. at the behest of Israel and those NATO nations go against Iran, that's going to trigger Russia and China and Iran's other allies coming into their defense. And everybody is already, in place, just waiting to get that, spiritual signal to handle business.
Even though they killed that guy, I think Putin killed him. That general they had over, the general Wagner group went around the world training every fucking body, giving them weapons. Going to Cuba, going to Africa, going to Libya. Right, so this guy actually been in a position as a guard. All right, being a big brother to the little brother, man. So what happens when your little brother goes to school and somebody punches him, come back upset? You start doing this, teaching them how to fight, man. Teaching them how to defend themselves. All right, some niggas get the point. He just on you. You know what I'm talking about? Keeping that cannon on them, man.
They come and handle the business themselves. They get some of their boys together and handle business.
And you gain more confidence. A little brother knowing my big brother coming behind me, you're going to get more confident, man. And the things you say, your approach towards them, all right, you're not backing down no more.
That's why the scripture says it came a time to where the weak said they're strong, man.
That was it. We're going to get that.
You
got that one? That's what we're going to get. But, hey, we're going to get it later. But, hey, let the weak say I am strong, backing up what these brothers were saying. Hey, Iran is talking big shit to the West now. They're saying we're going to bomb Israel. They're planning on bombing Israel. And they're saying if the U.S. wants smoke, they can get it too. Because what? They got God being a guard unto them. Russia.
Yeah, when you, come on, man. Anybody know they got the NFL front line, all right? And it's some big heavy hitters. You gonna do your thing, man. It happens all the time. Look at how the certain these rap guys move. They moving with they say they moving with Jay Fish and them, Drake and them. They talk their shit. They do all type of wild Atlantic shit, man, because they get the feeling themselves. Because who's backing them? What happened to the other guy that got killed at the gas station? We knew he was with Cash Money. This nigga was just being a complete demon out here. No, the another guy at the shell, BTY Youngin guy. Oh, yeah. He was a complete. Once he knew who was backing him, he was a complete animal, man.
He was at the same gas station 2 days before it happened. Saying, "You tell them niggas I'm in the hood right now."
Yeah. But that's what happens when a guy you're being backed, you know. Even in the old times, when you was backed by the mob or this particular person was your boy, or
man, you can't be touched.
Yeah, you get the feeling yourself, man.
Hey, as the brother's about to bring out that Jeremiah 49:20, that's how Israel's feeling. They know that if anybody comes against them, the U.S. is going to come and back them up. That's why they're constantly bombing and killing everybody.
Hey, we feel like that, man. To be honest, the Most High is backing us, and we know it. All right, but we don't go out of our way to do crazy shit, but we know the Most High is with us. And you can't do nothing to us unless the Most High wants it to happen, man.
And brothers, y'all got the proof. Since y'all did a video about the nuclear weapons, the amount of the nuclear weapons. All right, and it's a well-known fact that Russia has more artillery than America.
In the world.
Than the entire world.
They got the most tanks of all armies, man.
They're giving the smaller men weapons and still have more than America, man.
Yeah, even if they gave a nation one of their old tanks, it's still the latest and greatest technology to what they have, man. Let's not even talk about that new shit they boys got, man.
I think they got
Oh. He like lonely people,
Hey, Russia, they got it, and they're constantly building up their forces. A stinky bitch.
Oh, bad, I doubt it.
And I think right now they got like a 1.3 million man army, and that's not reserves, that's active duty, while they're constantly building up their forces.
It's not even putting in the force of the citizens that are ready to go to war. Even with Iran, back then in 2008, on the time it came in, we had an article to show that it was a million citizens ready to get down with the Iran army going up against America, man. How much now after 16, 17 years in the past, man?
Shit, Russian troops started putting them troops at the borderline over there in Ukraine when America was trying to set up the silos, they different missiles, and when they try to go in that back door, Russia put fucking 200,000 troops right now, like on the front line, man.
Yeah.
You not.
Them boys ready to go.
They ready to go. They trained to go. They the real TTG.
Yeah.
Not them niggas in Baton Rouge, NBA young boy now. TTG, man.
They ain't trained shit.
Them Chinamen got a million men ready to get on foot to go.
Them bitches like ants, man.
You got it.
You know, but that's the spirit that's the spirit of the world. The world's ready for war, right? And most of those guys, they've been training for years. They fuck the training. They're ready to put their ass in something, man.
They've been going through generations of the U.S. putting sanctions on their grandparents and their parents, and them living in poverty. So now that they've built up economically and militarily, and they see that this whore America is open, the borders are open, the military is weak. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna handle business. We can get that, and then we can get that 9 and 12, and then jump to Joel 3.
Look, she gonna break from her husband, try to walk down the middle, man.
It's Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
Hey, that least of the flock is talking about those Israelis, those small hats, and we can see that they're steadily prodding, drawing these nations out. Again, with that embassy bombing that took place, and what are we seeing now? Iran threatening, well, not even threatening at this point, saying, look, we are about to, do a retaliatory strike. And, it remains to be seen how hot this gets from this strike. But we know that eventually the rubber's going to hit the road, and all these major nations are going to get gathered down into that region for the War of Armageddon, for that final battle. The battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which again is all the part of biblical prophecy.
It says in Joel, we're going to go to it in that. It says that before it was as the Garden of Eden, but after as a desolate wilderness.
John, I got that.
Which go?
I had my finger. You already know. That came out. It came too. The brother was going in, to how this place is going to get hit with nukes. This is Joel.
Because America is known as the beauty of the nations, quote unquote, right? Mm-hmm. And she have lived deliciously, right? Okay, but because of that. Now, I tell you in Isaiah 23 and 9, is this your joyous city? Is this your crowning city? All right, the Lord said he had stained it in purpose when he had stained it, right? Against this place. You got him.
Yeah, I make thee ashamed. I lifted up thy skirt and made thee bare. But this is Joel chapter 2. I will start at verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
That alarm is the warning. Or what's to come to this place, right? Or what's to come to the ruling class of this world, man. All right, because I did a video where
Mayor Amshel Bowers.
Yeah, the mama said if my sons didn't want to walk, they wouldn't be in.
And Khan, you see? I remember that quote.
Yeah, Khan. She was like, if my sons didn't want to walk, they would be in it. So there are people that actually enacting these both sides of the world, funding both sides, man. All right? Starting it, and they're going to start it, and they're going to finish it. The Lord going to finish it when they start it.
They got a saying, what?
Demons on it,
all wars are bankers' wars.
They're banker wars.
Which is exactly what the case is. And then you got, the Massini letter where
The other guy that was a U.S. general.
Albert Pike.
No, this other guy said the shit is a racket.
I know who you I can't remember his name, but I know his name might be something Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Marine that became high up in the military, so he fought several of America's wars. And the conclusion he came to is that it wasn't for democracy, it wasn't for freedom. It was all a racket to make money.
Business. They make money off debt too. Soldiers, funerals, all that shit is all about money, man. Right?
Weapons.
Yep.
What got the U.S. out of the Great Depression, World War II, and they ain't looked back since.
And also, like you said, to change the monetary system, man. Right? Because they're gonna cause things to happen, man, to usher in this new digital money, man.
And I found out some years back, even them gutter rats, they own, even though they got the guy that's on the forefront of the ammunition, like you say, Remington, So I found out that these devils, they own Smith and Wesson, man. Right? They really own all these companies. So all companies in America, every single company in America, including the company you might own under the LLC, NIC, whatever other entity you put yourself under for as holding, tech, design, all of this shit is owned by Standard Oil, man. Right along with BlackRock and Vanguard, man. You can't get around this shit. All right? Go ahead.
They got in the original RoboCop, the main corporation was called Omnicorp, and what does Omni mean? All, so all corporations, and they owned from medical to military. And the main villain, one of the characters was asking, "Can we get some heavy firepower? We need some military grade firepower to take RoboCop down." And the executive scoffed and he said, "We practically are the military."
That's what they're doing in Ukraine. Like Dr. said, the elder brother said, they're giving faulty weapons to one side, man. They're controlling the war.
Even John Todd brought it out. He said that he got with some of the insiders back then. They said that in a time where when all things bust out the seams, that people that's using certain ammunition under Smith and Wesson is gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up in their face, man. Right? They designed it that way. Right? Do you understand? Ammunition, guns get hot. You can't keep using the same shit for hours all at a time. All right? And these devils know it. They're the creators of the shit. They're engineers and they're different designs. None of this, they know how this shit works, man. All right?
I don't know if it works with those modern day light machine guns, but I know back during World War II, after so many hundreds of rounds, they had to take out the barrel and put in a new barrel.
Yeah, this shit melt down. It's man-made, you know? It's man-made. Right?
God.
I'm gonna get back with them. We're gonna get back with them and then shut it down.
I'll read these next two verses. Joel 2:20. A day of darkness and of gloominess. A day of clouds and of thick darkness.
And those missiles gonna do that. Like the brother said, be a horrible storm. All right, that's gonna go into the atmosphere, come back down. All right, it's gonna darken this place, man. From all the smoke, the debris. It's a dark day. And it's gonna be gloomy, all right? Because the effect of the destruction, man, it's gonna be smoke and burning, right? All right, huh?
So that's all I need to worry about. You worry about fucking George you got on.
That is missiles, man. You got to get the missile.
Nigga with the pink on. That's
stupid. These women gonna lead to a lot of Jake's death. That was you that said the man asked for a nuclear missile to hit him. Was that
Goliath?
Said you want to fall right on me. No, you don't.
Because you know it's through. Like if those nukes fly, I'm through. Like ain't nothing I can do about it.
We all through. Well, not we all, because obviously the elect are covered under the shadow of the wings of the Lord. But the rest of the nation, that's the last point. Nobody's surviving that, man. All right, you gotta have a hand of the Lord over you to survive that, man. That's it.
A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains.
Like that mushroom cloud that's on one of the suns, man. Right?
A great people and a strong. There had not been ever the light, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
The Lord about to use all of you nuclear missiles. There won't be one reserved in the solid, man. They all get used. Because in the kingdom, it ain't going to be no weapons, man.
So I get Ezekiel 39. We're going to burn the remaining weapons with fire.
That's it. Get that out of here, man. Right?
Verse 3.
But what the Lord going to make is men the weapons.
God.
Right? A new self-thrusting instrument, man.
Right? Judah is my battle axe.
And it's weapon of war. So the men of the Lord about to get that dominion, and they about to get that rod of iron in their hand. All right, go ahead, brother.
3, the meat of the matter. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them.
And the smoke gonna be an indication of this place. When they say when you look towards the north, it's gonna have an ascending smoke, man. So when we are in the kingdom, we look over there like, man, the Lord wasn't bullshit. He made good on this word. That's why he saw he purposed it, and he shall what? Man.
That's gonna be a memorial. It's like this is the end of wickedness, and it's never gonna happen again.
The smoke being there is what it's gonna be to show where the Lord did his thing with nuclear fire.
We can get that. Because this devil, according to Romans, the 9th chapter, the Lord used him as what? The modern day Pharaoh. All right. So at one point, Pharaoh was at the height of his empire, and then what happened? The Lord crushed him through the plagues and the anger the Lord bestowed on him. Same thing gonna happen with this modern day Pharaoh. With this ancient Pharaoh happened, that happened in Egypt. What's gonna happen to this Egypt under this Pharaoh? The same thing, but worse.
And look at Egypt today. It's a desert shithole.
Ain't shit over there, man.
The original Egyptians aren't even in their land.
You got a bunch of Arabs and white boys over there, right? Yeah.
And when the Lord put his hand on you, I promise you, it's gonna feel like you've been touched by an angel, literally. and the angel of the what? That's the Lord. That's the Lord hitmen, man. Right? Those are the what? The mighty men of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
So we can get that 9 and 12 and close it out in Joel 3.
Let me get this. This is Isaiah 23 and 9. Yahweh of hosts had purposed it to stain the pride of all glory and to bring into contempt all the honorable of the earth.
And he created, those missiles and that destruction to, stain the pride and glory and the contempt and, arrogancy of these Edomites and these other nations. Because when you look, as it said, in 1 hour in Revelation 18 shall Babylon be taken out. Esau spent around 500 plus years to build up its global empire. In the last damn near 300 years, America. And in 1 hour is this place going to be wiped off the face of the earth.
Literally. This ain't an act. This ain't a joke we're out here telling people. Thus said the Bible, man. This ain't a Disney flick either, man. Right? But this is the words of the Lord, right? And the words of the Lord are held true, right?
The Lord said the daughter of Babylon shall be. They say Babylon shall be what? Thrown down by violence.
Yeah. This beast system has to go down, man.
That's right.
Right? It has to go down, man. In order to usher in the kingdom of Yasha under the command of our leader, Yahweh Shai, it has to go down. Right. 2 kings can't rule at the same time, man. We say that all the time. We bring that out all the time, man. All right?
This the Revelation 9 and 12.
We'll drop that Joel and close out 1 Peter 3, 2 Peter 3.
I gotta get it. This is Revelation 9 and 12. This is it. 1 woe is past, and behold, there'll come 2 more woes hereafter.
3 woes: World War I, World War II, which have passed, World War III, which is about to take place and go nuclear. And as it says in 2 Peter chapter 3, the heavens and the works in the earth are going to pass away with a great fire, and the elements are going to melt with fervent heat. And that's the end of Esau's heavens and the beginning of our heavens. And it's right around the corner. Any brothers have any
questions? Age got to burn in order for our age to what? Erect, man. And this is the age of the what? The Edomites and the wicked of the earth to burn.
And all kingdoms and nations had their time.
They had their time.
Now we're at a time of this nation and this wicked kingdom going down. Syrian nation, Babylon, all of them had their time, man. All right. All right. So at some point, this place can't go on forever. All right. Only nation that's going to rule forever is the nation of Israel, man. That's what's told in the scriptures. All right. Forever, ever, and even forever. All right.
As it says in Daniel, it shall not be given to any other people. Straight to the point. And so with that, we hope you're sincere, Akim and Akwa, are edified by this live camp. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May the brothers endure to the end. A Baba Ball, a Baba Ball, a Baba Ball, a Baba Ball, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.